appreciate you joining us. We'll take an opening statement from you, then we'll get some questions.
Yeah, just very, very proud of our guys and the way they played the game tonight from start to finish. It wasn't a perfect game, but it was perfect in terms of the effort they put in, and that's one thing we really harped on this week was, how people are going to remember, how you played the game and how hard you played and for how long. And I thought we went out there and just, did what we needed to do for 60 minutes. We played 60 minutes of East Texas tough, Lumberjack football, and we're a tough team to beat when we do that. And so, there's obviously some good plays and some swings in the game, but just all in all, I mean, I'm excited about the way we played for 60 minutes. And so it was easy to do today because there was people everywhere. It was a great crowd. It's family weekend, and that was the best crowd we've had in a long, long time around here. I appreciate everybody coming out, the students, the parents, the local, Nacogdoches and Lumberjack Marching Band was. We're 3-0 at home for a reason. It's because of the LMB and the Purple Haze and that crowd. So big thanks to Lumberjack Nation coming out and supporting this team. It's a great win. Get to 1-0 in conference and stay perfect at home. But there's bigger games ahead. And so, but it's good to get this one behind us and pick up a good conference win and start Southland Conference play 1-0.
And so speaking of winning at home, this was the first time apparently that SFA's beat McNeese here at home since 2011. So, yeah, what does that mean to y'all?
Well, I wasn't here in 2011, but I bet it's a good win. And, it was obviously, we've got a senior-laden team, and there were some guys in our locker room that, and in our coaching office that still remember how that one went down last year. And, we weren't playing to make up for last year or anything, but just, wanted to come out and beat a good team is what we wanted to do, and I thought we did that tonight. Coach Viator, he's doing a great job of that program, as he did back in the day. The guy's a Hall of Fame coach for a reason, and that, we lost last year, won this year, but that's a better team. This is a better McNeese Cowboy football team right now than the one that beat us last year. They're disciplined, they play the game the right way, and they're well coached, and so hats off to them. They're going to do some things this year, but it's good for us, and again, there's been some great rivalries great games in this rivalry through the years. I bet I had 15 people come up to me after the game. I was here when there's 23,000 people, and we're getting closer to that, but it's just good to get a win against the Cowboys here at home or there. I'll take it either place, but happy for the guys.
A little bit, somewhat of a slower start. Probably didn't quite get in sync the way you probably wanted right off the bat. But what was the key? What was the turning point to this one where you kind of got control?
Well, I thought it was a great start defensively.
Defensively, yeah.
Yeah. So I can tell you're an offensive guy, Nathan. But no, I thought it's frustrating. We had some critical drops there early on, and just had a hard time, getting going. Had a holding call, I think, that set us back a little bit. And just kind of Jacks beating the Jacks there right out the gate. And I don't know if 0-0 going the second quarter or not. But the defense was doing a great job. And we really couldn't get the field switched. But, they did. And then I thought, we gave up the one touchdown run. We were really – defense was – they were gassed up to stop that run. And that tailback, he's one of the best in FCS. And I don't think he had but – 30 yards. And so pleased with what they did. They did bust one on us. We misfit that 4th and 1 for a touchdown. But then, I thought the defense, when they got that fumble recovery there on their end of the field, that kind of helped things get flipped. And we punched a few in, took a lead at halftime, then came out and defended that lead the second half and had that dagger drive. Boy, that was a great drive. They're late in the game. I don't know how many minutes it took off the clock. But 11, no, here we are. Where are we at? 12 plays, 61 yards, 6 minutes and 53 seconds. Boy, that one, did it. And that stretched it to 3 leads. And we always talk about 2-score lead means nothing in college football. And that one stretched it to 3 and took a lot of clock off. And so that was, I thought, the one that ended it.
Right. So, okay, speaking of being an offensive guy then, you had Sam moving top 10 quarterbacks of, all-time at SFA, and Kylan's got 2,000 receiving yards and a lot of offensive.
Drill Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley.
Yeah, 2,000.
How exciting are you for those guys as players.
Well, I mean, you look at Colin Harris, been here since day one, played as a true freshman. Jerome Wembley, been here since day one, plays as a true freshman. You know, got his degree and he stayed. You know, we got so many guys in that locker room that have been here the whole time, that have got their degree and they stayed. You know, and that's where, you know, our collective has been huge. You know, our guys ain't getting rich. Those guys could make a lot more money going somewhere else. But we've been able, our message is retain and reward. And we got a locker room full of those guys that we've been able to retain and help them out a little bit. And today's college football, it ain't nothing what other people are paying or anything like that. But it's just awesome to see those guys that you cut them open and they bleed purple. And they've got their degree, and Coach, I'm going to finish my career here. And to see those guys reach those milestones, those accolades, we got a lot of football left. They're going to do a lot more. But super tickled for those guys and all the guys around them, because that O-line takes pride in those yards that Jarrell has, those touchdowns and yards that Colin has. And obviously Sam's done a great job in the year and a half that he's been here.
Yeah.
Coach, one more question for you here. Obviously, through 4 games, hadn't had to run the field goal unit on the field. Obviously,
We kicked the field goal finally?
He knocked in 2.
Well, we only did that because Chris Campos was here.
Was here,
He-
yeah,
I finally saw Chris Campos this year, or I hadn't seen him all season. He was here. I said, we're going to kick field goals for you, 2 for 2. I was telling everybody we hadn't missed a field goal all year. We hadn't kicked one.
Exactly.
But no, stayed perfect there, and those are big, you know, stretching it to 17, and so excited about that and those guys and everything. So it was good to get those legs warmed up and show we can make more than just an extra point.
Absolutely.
So,
Appreciate you joining us, Coach.
Yeah, and hey, big shout out to Frankie Long. You know, he's a member of our team. He's a freshman D lineman, and he had an issue. He was a congenitive, I think they call that, deal in his head, and he had 2 days ago he had an 8.5-hour brain surgery.
Oh, wow.
You know, it happened. You know, he just felt something wrong. Our training staff did an awesome job. Got him to the ER, got him to Houston. That sucker had an 8.5-hour brain surgery. Came out of it, you know, smelling like a rose. It was successful. I know he obviously can't play football right now, but Frankie, that was for you, baby. Get healthy, get back with us. Axe 'em Jacks.